Right, take two, and this one's for you, Hammy. It's a Tiger X 800 XCX. I know you like the Roadster, but I'm going on this one because I want to. And hopefully it won't fall apart like the Street Triple RX did. Once again, Pinky being chatted up by an old man. Oh, it's tall, isn't it? Oh, it's big, isn't it?
A bit tall, yeah.
Yeah, bigger than my speed. Hmm? Aye, it's a bit squishy, isn't it? I'm used to my speed triple being all stiff and yeah. Ooh, that's a very light throttle on it. Yeah, that's light, that. Oh, it's scary. Right, straight away, I'm not too sure I like a ride-by-wire throttle. That's terrible. I have hazard lights. Information. I've got an information button. Trip. There you are. That's what I want. Right, what I'm interested in trying is the cruise control. That old man's looking at my bike. I know he is because I've chatted to him about it before. He's looking at getting a speed triple. This thing is massive! Cheers, buddy! And hopefully this ride will be longer than the other one. I want to go on with Joe Casual because I want to try out the cruise control because I couldn't figure out how it worked on the Tiger 1200. Big old mirrors, get them right so I can see what's coming behind me. Still in first gear. There's a lot of information on this dashboard. There's a lot of lights when I started it up. I don't know if you guys would have seen. Oh, that mirror's a bit numph. And he's tightening up. There's loads of Tigers about today. There's a really light gearbox. I've just come off the Street Triple RX, so I'm a bit... This is very different to that bike. So this is more or less for Hammy, this. So I'm going to try and do a decent review for him. The power on it's great. It almost feels like my Speed Triple, but less in your face, you know. It's got a good power delivery. But because it's such a soft bike, it's not scary, it's not intimidating. The gearbox is really smooth and light on this, it's nice. This is the XCX. This is more designed for off-road and aimed at off-road, so I might mount that round about there and go up the middle like someone has over there, you can see. I have heated grips, why aren't they on? Aha. Keep my hands warm. This gearbox is so smooth, and actually this is very similar in a way to the Tiger 1200 in that straight away the handling and the ride just feels natural, just feels normal. You don't... I'm trying to get the cruise control to work. It's just not doing it. Got fog lights. Put them on. Actually, well, I'll put them on. People can see me better. Although my one issue with this bike, as I mentioned in the review of the Street Triple RX, is this is basically just a Tiger XC with a few optional extras. There's no real... Them heated grips aren't really coming in at all. They aren't. I can't feel them as of yet. Not like the ones on that Thunderbird that I went on, which you guys haven't seen because I lost the footage. The one, they were proper hot. This has got traction control, all sorts on it, so I can be a bit more vigorous with it, but I'm not going to. It just feels natural. It's very quiet. Yeah. It's extremely quiet, but it's designed for long distance of stuff though, isn't it? So, very plush, very, as I said, it just feels natural going around corners, this. It's great. I would imagine this to be very, like, beginner friendly, because it's not intimidating at all. It's big, feels huge, but it's not intimidating. There's a lot more wind buffeting than I thought there would be. No, I can't seem to get that cruise control to work, like to come on. But for a big bike, it doesn't feel heavy at all. It's got a good range on a fuel tank. Less than a third of a tank left, and I'm still getting 100 miles out of it. That throttle is far too light. I think for an off-road bike especially, because that'll be... I can only imagine that getting in the way on bumpy, rough stuff, it being that light. I still can't get the cruise control to work. It's really annoying because I really want to try cruise control. It's 5 degrees Celsius, apparently. It does handle corners nicely. It's not as high up ride position as I thought it would be. It feels really tall when you sit on it, but I'm actually not much higher up than Pinky is on Air 125. I would adjust the gear stick on this because I'm struggling with it a bit. It's a bit high up. It's like above the foot peg, which is really weird. I can feel I'm heated grips now, it's nice. This bike makes next to no noise. Gay car. The screen is not providing a massive amount of wind protection. I don't know if it's adjustable. Doesn't look like it is. I'm not overwhelmed by the cruise control because it's not working. I can't seem to get it to work. Oh, bugger. But I've got heated grips, which is nice. My hand's nice and warm, which is unusual for me because normally my hands are freezing cold. So I wear summer gloves because I'm cool. Yes, it's a bit, feels odd. Not odd, but you can feel it's got the massive front wheel on it. Because it does, it's got like a 21-inch front wheel, nice sprint. You don't see many of them around, not enough. Again, the brakes feel a bit bushy. They're not the sharpest of brakes in the world. It would benefit from an arrow can massively. I mean, 5,000 RPM, and my bike, I had to shout over it. This one, it's just dead silent. Dropping down to first, it doesn't like it too much. It was a bit of a jolt there. The gearbox is very smooth on it, very nice. But again, the brakes, first stopping you, there's just not a lot of initial bite to them. It's very wide between your legs, like well, no, it's very thin between your legs when you're sat on it. Handled that pothole nicely. But when you're going to put your feet down, you've got to, I don't know, it's probably because it's such a tall bike. So short people might struggle. I don't know how tall you are, Hammy, but this obviously being the XCX has got more travelling with suspension and stuff like that. So it's a slightly taller bike than the standard road version. It's designed for sort of like long days off-road, heavy travelling and stuff like that. I've got to say, it feels very capable. It's very comfortable. The seat's very soft and squishy. The suspension's nice. I don't have a heated seat option, do I? I don't think so. Definitely needs to be louder, this bike. Definitely needs to be louder. I do like the dash and the way they've done the dial set out on the Tigers, because it looks beefy and off. Even the dashboard looks like, look at me, I'm on steroids. The suspension's very soft, but it doesn't feel it when you go around a corner. It feels plush, it feels nice. I'd like to find somewhere I could take it off-road, but I doubt I will, so I'll just stick to going through potholes. Well, so build quality, I'm not a huge fan of the plastic bits down there, and the engine bars could come up a bit higher to cover the tank a bit and, you know, give a bit more protection. Also, I'm just wearing Kevlar jeans, so I'm not going to... I've had a lot of people saying that one of the engine covers catches on your textile trousers, and I'm on. I'll notice that. I'll give it a go what the standing position's like on it in a minute. Because I really don't like that ride-by-wire throttle. It's not nice at all, or I don't like it. But it's a fairly natural standing position. I'm not a huge fan. But there we are. Oh. It's a bit... the handlebars could probably do with being a bit higher. For that, because you are hunched over a bit, but you will be unless you've got ape hangers and then you'll be standing up there like. But the standing position, I don't think it feels unnatural at all. Feels quite comfortable, to be fair, not too bad. This bike in particular has an alarm system. I can't say I think much of that. I don't like the data tool alarm system, never have done. I really wish I could use the cruise control. I do. Now apparently the cruise control system only works when you're in the top 3 gears doing over 30 miles an hour. Now, that's what I was doing on the dual carriageway and it still was not working. You have rider modes. Road, yes. How do you select? No, not that one. That's off-road. Road, yes. There we go. You just engage the clutch and that does it. Right, there we are. I'm in road mode, so maybe that'll make a difference. I've no idea. So yeah, you got the mode button there above your hazard light button, which is nice, because I was saying in the previous vlog I was doing that Triumphs don't often have hazard lights, and then this one does, just to prove me wrong. So it'd be nice to see. Just don't think it's going to make a massive difference. I can't feel any difference. I want the cruise control to work. Damn it! Gets up and goes. It just doesn't feel like it. There's no sudden. There's just, yeah. All of a sudden you look at your speedo and you're going fast. Clutchless shifting's not too bad either. It's all very light and supple on this bike, all very light and smooth. It's like the clutch is incredibly light. The gearbox is light, the gear change is smooth. The gearbox is very positive, you've got a very definite feel to the gears, but it's not abrupt, it's not heavy, it's not clunky. Oh well, cruise control out of the question. The mirrors, this one needs tightening a bit because I can't see much of them. The mirrors are great. I can only see a tiny bit of my shoulder and loads of rear view, even in this one. The side one here, I can see a good amount in the back. In the back. In the arse, I can see a good amount. Ride position and seat are very comfortable. They are. I mean, there's a bit more wind noise than I was expecting, a bit more wind buffeting, but the bike itself is so quiet. It's unsettling how quiet it is. I mean, it's no louder than Pinky's 125. I don't know, I just can't get over just how quiet it is. I think maybe it'd be better. Triumph could do with an arrow can on this. Yeah, I definitely don't like how the noise this bike makes. It needs to be louder. Even when you're revving it, it's not that loud. If I say it feels well built, and it all feels really sort of, you know, robust, yet soft at the same time. So I've got a bit of a cold at the minute, and I'm struggling to breathe. But it's very nice handling. It's just, you know, quite. Obviously, it's not going to handle like a normal street bike would, but I've got no issues with it. I've come from one of the best street bikes you can get, the Speed Triple, to riding this. And actually I've come straight off a Street Triple RX to riding this, so you can't say, oh no, it's not one of the best ones. Street Triple RX clearly is. You can't argue how good a street bike it is when it is a Street Triple. Alright, it's just a fact. And it really does, it just goes through the corners on much better than the 1200. The 1200's a bit too heavy, a bit too much of a pig. This just goes, you know, just goes and goes. Gearbox is very smooth, even when you're revving it, there's no. I don't like how I don't have the blue flashy lights actually, I've just noticed that. Very quiet, even when you're giving it some. But I guess if you're doing long distance stuff, you kind of want that though, don't you? Bit of peace and quiet. I think it would definitely benefit from a slightly taller screen. I know you can get them, you know, so it's nothing like it's a big ask. I'm disappointed that I can't get the cruise control to work. I wanted to have a go at that. It comes with a little charging port. That's nice. This is basically a Tiger 800 XC with all the optional extras on it, really. There's not much more to say about it than that. I'd love to be able to take it off-road today. I don't think I'm going to manage to. Which is a shame, but this is like a road review of it. It's very smooth and very soft. I can't really word it any other way than that. I'm probably going to overuse that, but it's not boring. But it's not as exciting as the Street Triple RX was, or as, like, you know, a street bike is. Just my opinion. Granted, I would love to take this off-road. I do love a bit of off-roading, and this would do it beautifully because it feels light and torquey, and you would manage it well. You know, wouldn't just go off-road, go off-road well. Checking to win on the phone. I do that whenever I'm in traffic. I pull up alongside someone, have a good look in, check we're not on their phone. All day long I'm doing that. The styling of this bike I'll discuss in a bit when we pull over actually. I think it looks beautiful. I just wish I'd get this cruise control to work! Gah! Quad bike. Yeah, this is just too quiet. Well, I'm doing 4,000 RPM and it's just not. These old biddies are going to go, oh, did a fly just go past? Oh, it's a wedding. Oh, it's a wedding. No. Congratulations. See, if I was on like a Street Triple RX or my Speed Triple or something, I'd all been looking, but like on the Street Triple RX, on the Thunderbird, everyone sort of stop and have a good look and go, oh, that's nice, isn't it? This, no one really, it's inconspicuous, but it is a good bike, it is. And Hammy and people who are looking at getting one of these, I can only recommend go for a test ride personally, but I can't imagine anyone being disappointed with one of these if they were buying it for like an all-rounder, you know, bit of touring, maybe a little bit of green lane, you know, like back lane sort of stuff, and everyday usage for the winter and stuff like that. This would be an ideal bike. You know, got rider modes. I'm on road mode at the minute. It's got road and dirt, but it's got a personalised one as well, I think. Oh, yes. Cruise control. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's accelerating up the hill and everything. Oh, that's great. I like that. I can just chill. As soon as you touch the brake, the throttle, the clutch, anything, it will come off. It accelerates up the hill. I can feel it under me, like with the engine working. As we come down, I can feel it decelerating to stay at that speed. I'm accelerating with cruise control. Oh, that's great. That feels really weird. I've never had cruise control before. That's amazing. Oh, I like that. Oh no, I touched the throttle. Damn it. Oh, no. Damn. Ah!